host of the Gridiron.
Fourth and goal to go with the 2. 34 seconds left to go in the ball game. This is the play right now. Takes the snap. Targeted goes in. Targeted all alone. And the quarterback keeps. Wow, what a call. Nobody touched him.
And then, speaking of that, you can never have, well, yeah, I guess you can have too many tackles, but there's another good class. The class is not super phenomenal for a lot of things, but there are a decent amount of tackles. I mean, if you once again, we're going to go through the PFF's top 100, right? And in the top 100, I think it was like 15 tackles they got, right? So, I mean, this guy here, we're going to go over. He's the number one ranked according to PFF tackle coming out in the class. Now, I'd be shocked if the Giants took a tackle, but something you got to think about, right? Is the Giants, are they going to go best player available? Like, I don't know. If there's a really good tackle that falls to pick number 34, would they take a tackle instead of taking best player available who fills a need? There's a difference there. Best player available? Well, best player available is, a defensive nose guard. Well, we don't need it because we got Sexy Dexy. The Giants are going to take best player available who fills a need for him. So, but the Giants, you figure if a Luminor, right, this is his last season that we have him under contract, right? I mean, we got, we brought in a couple swing tackles who were just swing tackles who are not somebody you want to have as starting tackles. The Luminors, this might be his final season. You don't know. I mean, if he has another good season, maybe the Giants bring him back, and maybe he's our right tackle again next season. You don't know. But, Luminor's, not a spring chicken, right? If Shane and Dable are back again next season, they might bring a Luminor back. Once again, we don't know. But sooner or later, the Giants are going to probably need a tackle, right? It is a good class to take a tackle in. Very good class. I mean, the Giants, they should definitely take an offensive lineman within the first, hopefully, their top, 5 picks. Hopefully one of them should be an offensive lineman. Right? We got let's see, pick 3, 34, I think it's 65, 99, and 105. So in one of those, we should be taking an offensive lineman. Right? If one of those is a guard, that's going to kind of tell you a little bit about what they think about maybe Evan Neal. If one of those is a center, might be tell you what they kind of, unless it's a center / guard who can do all 3, then that would be cool. That would be cool. But if they take a tackle at one of those picks, right? 3, 34, 65, 99, or 105, right? Tackle, that means that maybe they might be the last season for Luminor. But I mean, somewhere along the line, the Giants could probably use a tackle. So let me go over here by saying once again, there's a very good class. See, I gotta find it. This might be it here. Let's see. Hit it. Boom. Okay, so let's go tackles. All right, here we go. So Will Campbell, number 66 from LSU. He's like he's apparently, according to PFF, he's the number 1 ranked tackle coming out in the class, right? Campbell is an offensive lineman. He approaches the position with excellent respect for what it takes to be a great in the trenches, fundamentals, IQ, and competitive toughness. His length and flexibility limitations might push him inside in the NFL, but this is a starting caliber player at all 5 spots on the line. Well, very impressive. Then you got, I saw Membou, I think it is. I've seen, I think the Giants traded back in somebody's mock draft and they wound up taking him. So he graded out at a 90.6. which is the 5th best tackle graded in all of football, college football. Membou presented a high athletic ceiling in 2023 before his confidence and control took off in 2024. There are times when he could play with more power, but he brings starting caliber length and movement ability to the NFL with good production as a zone blocker. And come to think of it, say, as a zone, good production as a zone blocker. Now, if you drafted him, now, I mean, the Giants ain't drafting him unless they fall back down, unless they trade back. So they're not taking him. But as a zone blocker, okay, if you drafted him and put him obviously on the right side and you put Evan Neal as the right guard, Evan Neal was the 4th best NFL tackle, zone run blocking tackle in the NFL last season. He graded out like a little bit over a 90. So if you got Membou, who's a good zone blocker, you put those two on the one side, man, you might have something there. But unless the Giants trade back, they're not drafting this guy. There's Josh Simmons. Now, let's not forget, one of these guys obviously could slip down the board a little bit for whatever reason, right? And the Giants are picking at 34. I would love to see the Giants at number 34 pick somebody on the line, whether it's defensive line or offensive line. So we got Josh Simmons from Ohio State. Unfortunately, he lacks a bit of power in the run game and is coming off an ACL tear in 2024. But his movement skills and football intelligence make him worthy of a top 50 pick and a shot to be a starter early on. So he might be coming off an ACL tear. He might be somebody maybe slips down the board. Especially if the NFL teams don't think he'd be up to par, maybe by the time the season's getting ready to start. I'll have to wait and see. Then there's Kelvin Banks, who's number 20. Now I'm going to show you once again, Gray Zabel, number 29. Okay, so we got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So in the first round, according to PFF, out of the top 32 ranked players, 5 of them are offensive tackles. They're good offensive tackle, but I mean, there's a lot of tackles after this too in the top 100, according to PFF anyway. Then there's Connerly from Oregon. Ursery from Minnesota. Jackson from Ohio State. Trapillo, looks like from Boston College, 6'8". Whew, man, that's a tall dude. Marcus Enbow from Purdue, 6'5". Jonah, I'm not even going to pronounce that, from Arizona, 6'5". Wyatt Millam from West Virginia, 6'6". Cameron Williams, 6'5", from Texas. Charles Grant from William and Mary. And okay, good. Then we got Anthony Belton from North Carolina State. They're 6'6". So, but if you look in the top 100 guys, right, tackles, right, you got 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 guys out of the top 100, according to PFF, anyway. That's all I'm going by. 15. So that was at what? 75. It's like basically 1 out of every 7 guys that PFF has, okay, is a tackle. So once again, is a good tackle class. Not exactly sure. We'll have to wait and see. The Giants are going to pull the plug on drafting a tackle, especially if somebody who may not start this season, because if they got a Luminor and we got Andrew Thomas, we got our tackles. It's like, do they want to take a flyer on somebody? And when our top 5 picks, they said 3, 34, was it 65, I think 99 and 105. They want one of those picks on a tackle who may not play much this season. Maybe they put him in a jumbo package or something like that, but may not play a whole heck of a lot. But maybe they might have him for next season. We'll have to wait and see. Once again, it's going to also be interesting to see, like, as always, because with Shane, drafting, is he doing like maybe what's best for the team now and the long run? Or, like taking a tackle, say at 105. Just saying taking a tackle at 105. It's like, all right, then it's like, okay, well, he might be the tackle for next season, but he's not really going to help the team this season. So it's like, well, the Giants need help this season, where Shane and Dable may not be around to see the fruits of their labor next season, right? So it'll be interesting to see. I mean, do the Giants take anybody in those top 5 picks who aren't have a possibility of making an impact like right away? It could be simple as like grabbing another edge rusher, right? I mean, if you graft an edge rusher and he looks kind of promising, he's going to get some time. But you just you got Burnsy, you got Kayvon, right? Who you're probably going to pick up his 5th-year option on. You got Burnsy, who's making $29 million this season. You just brought Golston in, right? So if they draft an edge rusher, unless it's Carter, right? But if they draft an edge rusher, say in the 3rd round or something like that, he's going to be kind of situational. He might get 15 snaps a game, maybe 20, somewhere around there, right? But he's not going to have a huge impact, right? And I said that's what the Giants need this year. They need guys who can go in there and make an impact because, if it's once again, if it's another dumpster fire of a season, Shane and Dable may not be around for it. But as far as I just, sure, I mean, this is a good, actually, I've done 4 so far. The tight end class isn't. Defensive tackle class, it's a good one. Edge rusher class, like I showed in the previous video, is a good one. And a tackle class is a good year for tackles too. Unfortunately, I'm going to start going into some of the other positions where it's just there's little slim pickings, shall we say. All right, guys, it's been 1 hour and almost 40 minutes. Whoever spent any time listening to me live, thank you. If anybody's going to spend any time watching the replay of this, once again, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Means the world to me as always. You guys stay safe out there and go Giants! Woo! Oh, yeah.